Okay, cool. So what do you want to talk about today?
All right. So I would like to talk about the last session that we had where you gave me an exercise and you said, write down what I'm inspired to do. And this is sometime in October. It was right before I went to the Salesforce conference in San Francisco.
Right.
And so I want to share with you each of those points. It's 7 of them, which is one of my favorite numbers. But didn't do that on purpose, but it ended up happening that way. So the first one is inspired to write a book on short stories. Each story has a lesson to learn. And I was inspired to do this, started writing in a journal. And before I actually started writing, I wanted to have a different swing to it. I wanted to basically perfect my craft with writing and write more than just my posts that I normally do for my blog or anything related to the corporate pimp or just how to pimp corporate America with the novel, the self-help book that I have that I'm working on. So I have this book, I have this journal, and I said, well, let me just write down how I feel and what my thoughts are at the moment. I think I might have shared this with you. But what I wanted to do is have a form of like short stories to explain how I feel. So if I'm feeling happy at that moment, or if I'm feeling love, then I would write a love story, or I'll write a story that of happiness. And if I'm thinking about a friend at the time, I'll write a short story that is fictional characters, but where it will show that friendship and the love between us. So, and then I started thinking more about it. So I started being more inspired with just writing and then short stories. And I came up with the idea to have those short stories. The short stories I already have, for the ones that I want to start doing, where it relates to have some type of lesson, and people can relate to it, and they can understand and learn from it. So that was the first one, and that was actually the very first night that was there. The next day I wrote down for the second one, inspired to get lost and make new friends along the way. This actually, I was inspired because when I was in San Francisco, I was on this little carriage ride because we had to go from session to session. And this one lady, she just had this carriage, and she's like, oh, I'll take you, wherever you need to go for your session. And, I mean, to me, it was just like, okay, I'm making a new friend along the way because we still connect to this day. And I was just inspired to get lost because I didn't know where I was really going, but I just knew that she would take me where I need to go. And of course, I think that it also, being inspired to get lost and making new friends, I feel like this urge just to drive out to, anywhere in L.A. And I actually did this once before, stop at a bar and just make new friends. So not really trying to make friends, but just wanting to get lost and then allowing it to happen. That I would meet people and et cetera, et cetera. So that's number 2. Number 3 is inspired to read more and gain more knowledge and wisdom. And this came about with me learning more about screenwriting and the Save the Cat book. I just believe that with that book and also other books that I'm actually interested in, they'll all help me out with my writing as far as when it comes to screenwriting for TV series and movies. And so that's where that came from. Also, I'm reading a book, The Soulmate Secret, which I told you about in the past, and understanding more about that, and because there's some activities that are in there that I really want to actually do. But I'm reading it with a good friend of mine, so I wanted to kind of like, go at the same pace with him. But I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of knowledge with that and wisdom. So the 4th point is inspired to not do things alone, but rather with friends and our associates. And this came about when I was in San Francisco, and I went to this dispensary, and they had a lounge where you can do whatever you want to do. And the thing is that with that lounge, I met so many just free-spirited, open-minded people, and we still connect to this day. But the point of it all was really just to not – I've always been in a way of like, okay, if I want to go to the movies, if I want to go out to eat, I'll just go and I'll just do it alone. And sometimes I don't meet people. Sometimes I do. It's whatever. But this time, you know, I not only went to the place and I met people, but then I actually hung out with them afterwards. And so it was just like, oh, I want to go to the movies. Well, I'm not going to go by myself. Oh, I can call this person up that I met at the lounge. Also, at the start, I wanted to incorporate that when I came back to LA, which is what I did. And just making sure that the friends or associates that I do have, that I feel that are valuable, making time for them. And that's one thing that when you and I had our personal talk, it just made me realize that, okay, this is a bullet point that I wrote down, so let me focus on doing it more because I am inspired to do it. I have to remember that, okay, I don't have to always do things alone. Like I can call, you know, Jazzy or call any of my friends here and say, hey, let's go out, let's do this. But I think sometimes, you know, and this is something, you know, from my past that I'd rather just do it by myself only because I know I want to do it. And let's just say if I want to see a movie and then somebody says, well, I don't really want to see that movie. But it's like, well, I want to see it. And so I think that's just changing the mode to say, okay, look, you know, it's okay to do things with people because that's what I like to do and I desire to do anyway. I don't want to do things alone. But that's just something I had to change a bit. Next one is number 5, inspired to be patient and not anxious. And I think you probably know where this is coming from. With everything that's going on, there's a lot of great things going on in my life. But just because I don't have that $1 million home yet, or just because I'm not in love at the moment, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. So it's just like this. It's just a reassurance to be patient and understand that everything will happen in its divine timing. Number 6, inspired to study and practice my craft. This goes back to what I mentioned earlier, but just to take it a little bit step further, what I want to do is understand if there are any type of screenwriting groups or any of the Screenwriters Guild events that I could probably take part in. Talking with different people that are in the industry that can help me out with a lot of the tools for writing. Literally not even a week ago, I saw my neighbor, and I know he's a producer out here near Warner Brothers. So with him, I just told him just randomly in the parking lot when he was getting ready to go somewhere that I wanted to talk with him about just writing and understanding more about it. And the craft just behind it, because he focuses strictly on TV series. And when I saw him again, then he actually just gave me a book and said, hey, borrow this, read it, and let me know what you think of it. I think it'll be helpful for you. So it was like, oh, okay, great. So I just got that, I'm sorry, not last week, it was the week before. So I'm excited to start reading that. And the last one, inspired to be spontaneous. And I put this down because I think the last day in San Francisco, I just had so many things planned, or thinking that I was, going to have it planned, but I didn't really have anything planned. So I just wanted to be really spontaneous. So I feel like a lot of times when I go on vacation, that I'll just, let me just plan out this day and this day. Like I want to go ski, I want to do this, or whatever it is, whatever that excursion is. But I want to change things up a bit because I'm inspired to just really just go out there and not really have any agenda, just have fun. And I feel like I do that, but I want to do more of it. So that's pretty much it. That was my list.
Okay, do me one favor. Can you repeat number 3? You said to read more, and then you said something after that.
Yeah. So number 3 is inspired to read more and gain more knowledge and wisdom.
me 1 second. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So did you just want to share that, or did you have anything else, or did you? Because I have some things to talk about as it relates to that. But
That was it.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to share. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know. Okay. So what I'm hearing, like I said, great job, right? What I'm hearing is there's an opportunity to. How can I say this? There's an opportunity to know when it's better to be general and when it's better to be specific. And this is all good. It's all going to make sense, and I promise you're going to feel good afterwards.
I know I will. I ain't worried.
Yeah. Okay. So did you get that? So we're talking about being general versus being specific.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start with number 2, actually. So number 2, you said get lost and make new friends along the way, right?
Mhm.
So that's specific, which is okay. Specific is good, right? But let's play with it a little bit, right? So what I'm feeling, based on what I'm feeling from you, is to get lost and allow whatever to happen.
Mhm. Okay.
You see the difference?
Mhm. I do.
Okay. So you see how whatever happens versus the specific thing that I want to do when I get lost?
Mhm.
And as you spoke about it, it wasn't really about that specific thing. It was part of it, right? And that's all I'm saying. So being general in this case, allow it to be only part of it and not be the only thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because you do want more from it, and I heard that as you spoke about it. Okay. The third one was to read more and gain more wisdom, knowledge and wisdom. Specific, which is good. It's great to be specific. So I don't want you to mistake this, right? So, again, what we're talking about is when it's best to be specific and when it's the best to be general. Okay.
Gotcha.
So really what number 3 is saying, and what I heard you saying, what I feel you feel, right? What I felt you feel, there we go, was I want to do a better, let me just use the words that I wrote down, allow myself to expand. So I want to allow myself to expand.
I want to allow myself to experience it?
Expand.
Okay.
Right? To grow, to become the larger part of me, to be the best that I could be, to expand.
This was for number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I had to reread what I wrote, and then I was like, oh, I get what you're saying.
And I appreciate you having to do that because, again, the specific versus general. Because knowledge would do that, and depending upon what you're reading and depending upon the knowledge that you're gaining, it will lead you down a different path every single time. That's expansion.
Right.
Okay. So number 4, you said to not do things alone but with friends. That was interesting. Okay. So specific, right? So let's go general with that. So if we went general, I think that would sound like to be open, to be more open to sharing my space and time.
Okay, I like that. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Is that because I've used the word to, like, not do things alone, like, does that kind of sound like it's resistance?
Well, that's what you're attracting, though. The way that you said it is attracting doing things alone.
Right. Okay. Because I kind of wanted to stay away from that, but I like how you phrased it, how you redid that.
Because this is what I heard you say. I didn't make it up. I just heard something different because of where I am. I just heard you say that I want to be more open with sharing my space and time, whatever that looks like, right? See, that's where the general part. Whatever it looks like, I just want to be more open with sharing my space and time. Okay. So number 5, you said aspire to be patient and not anxious is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Specific, right? Because it's this and this, which is like,
Mm-hmm.
again, it's cool. So let's go general with that. I'm aspired to relax more. That's it.
Simple as that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm inspired to relax more. Like, I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to take the time to breathe. I'm going to take the time to be present in this moment. I'm going to take the time to go with the flow, right? And when I'm going with the flow, I'm going to take the time to let whatever happens happen.
Mm-hmm. I'm just smiling because I love when you do this because it's like a paradigm shift in my head. Like, okay, what it needs, what I don't even like to say the word need anymore, but what it should be is what you're saying. So,
right, and like I said, you want to know? No, you're more than welcome, right? But again, so at the end of the day, so once we finish, again, at the end of the day, it's about when do I need to be specific and when do I need to be general, or when it's better to be would be a better way of saying that. When it's better to be. So
to be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, number 6, to study and practice my craft. That's loaded anyway, right? Because you're gifted. So any gifted person, that statement will be really loaded, right? So what are we really saying? So let's clean that up a little bit. To get more involved with all the things that I love to do. See how general that is? To get more involved with all the things that I love to do.
All the things. Because it's not so specific. It makes it broad. Like, because I love to do, I'm a talented person, so I love to do this and that and this and that. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. You feel it?
Oh, wait, were you going to finish that sentence? Because I was waiting for it. I'm like, what's the rest?
Finish which sentence?
Oh, that was the end of the sentence? That was it?
To get more involved with all of the things that I love to do.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more.
No, that's it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, less is more.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah. That's exactly what I was aiming for when I wrote it.
Well, again, and I appreciate, again, you saying that, but what I really want you to get is that this is what I heard you say. So it's not me being somewhere different than you are. It's me being able to hear beyond the words. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm right where you are. Okay. So number 7, to be spontaneous. That's actually good, right? That's actually good. Right? So let's talk about good, better, best. It's good.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
There was one that I don't think you talked about.
Number 1.
I don't know. No, okay. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I got this. But no, so number 7, to be spontaneous. That's really good. So again, in terms of good, better, best, can we search for a better feeling sentence, if you will, or some better feeling words, really. I want to sit in this for a second because you're going to like this. To be spontaneous, that's good. That feels good. That feels pretty good, right?
To be spontaneous?
Yeah, because that's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that's good. But it's interesting that this is number 7, right? And this 7 is the number of completion. So the way that we will play with these words to come up with something that speaks to the position, if you will, right? Because it's number 7, it's completed. So really this should speak to all the other ones, right? Allow ourselves to expand in this moment. For what I'm saying, listen to the words, because I'm using these words. If we allowed ourselves to expand in this moment, it will all connect with number 7, because that's what 7 does. Right?
Right.
So, instead of to be spontaneous, allow myself to be free.
Yep. Allow myself to be free. Yeah.
Same thing, but good, better, best, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm allowing space. That's what this is.
Oh, I know.
How you feeling?
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, good. So number one, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
And number one, to write a book, write short stories. There's nothing wrong with that at all, because there's nothing wrong with anything that you said. But again, sometimes when you just drop a couple words, it becomes more general than specific.
Mm-hmm.
So, inspired to write a book. Because we don't know. We really don't know, right? We know we could plan this and we could plan that and see how they're speaking to the other one that you said. But I'm inspired to write a book. So let me commit. Let me see if I could do what I do and commit all of these things real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to do it free. I'm just going to just be me, and I don't know. So just you got this is raw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inspired to write a book, and as I write this book, I'm going to allow whatever happens to happen. And I'm sure while I write this book, well, and again, when I'm writing this book, I'm going to allow this book to allow me to expand as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be cleaner, though. That could be cleaner. Because, again, this is raw, because it's, this is wordplay live.
Right.
Oh, here we go. It's coming. Can I be you? I'm just going to be you for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Right, go ahead. Thanks for your permission. Okay. I just want to get lost, right? I just want to get lost. I want to get lost, and I want to get lost in something that I love to do. And one of the things that I love to do, not only do I love to do it, but that I have been inspired to do is to write a book. So I want to get lost in writing a book, right? That's what I want to do. I want to get lost in writing a book, and then I want the process to just flow, right? I want the process to flow because as it's flowing, I am going to be disciplined enough to just let it do whatever it does, right? So whatever happens just happens. Right, and I know with doing this, the fact that I recognize this really is evidence that I have expanded, right? And then this expanded version of me, I'm going to allow myself to expand even more.
Wow.
And that's just the first three, right? But
right.
Because it's all connected.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And guess what? Let me keep going. So as I expand even more, and I do know that I want to get lost, and even thinking about getting lost feels good, right? So I know when I get lost in all of the good stuff, right, and as I get lost in the flow and allowing things to do what they do, as I get lost in that, I still will be conscious of sharing my space and time, because sharing my space and time is something that's really important to me, and I know that will actually elevate me too. Not only will it elevate me, it'll elevate the process. So as I get lost, one thing that I want to commit to is sharing my space and time in the process of expansion. Oof. And then, because that's so powerful, right? Because it's powerful to hear, it's powerful to speak. So then I'm going to relax. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to relax only after the process. I'm not going to relax only after the process. I'm going to relax while I'm doing it. Oh, that feels good, right? I'm just going to relax while I do it, because I know if I relax, then I really will be allowing things to do what they do, because I know how I could be, right? I do that thing. So what I'm going to do is make a conscious decision to not do that thing, but relax in the flow as I expand.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's wow.
Yeah,
I love it.
So I could go on and on, but I'm not. So yeah, and this is what Abraham calls milking. We're milking it, right? Just milking it, right? Yeah, just milking it. That's all. And that's what I'm doing with the
work. I can't wait to listen to the audio.
Yeah, well, think about it. Think about where you started and think about where we are now. It's just milking it. It's milking it for everything that it has. Because you can't milk something and not feel good about it.
I feel great about it.
And then, here we go, last thing. I'm going to skip around, but after all of this, right, and it seems like a lot of work. It probably will be a lot of work, but guess what? I'm okay with that because it's something that I love to do. So I just love to do it. So I know I'm okay with the amount of work that's going to go into it, right? And then, wow, okay, in this moment I found myself in contrast. So what do I do as I stand in contrast? Oh, I get it. I allowed the contrast to really set me free. Really, I did. Oh, I get it now. Because I got lost in the freeness of expanding, and it was beautiful. And then guess what? I didn't even try to control it. I didn't try to control it. I just let it be what it was. And there was beauty in that. I was able to relax in that because I realized when I try to make things happen, I can't relax as much as I want to. Not only that, as I want to, but as much as I need to or that I can. So guess what? I just relaxed. Oh, I get it. I'm free.
But you know what though? You started from the beginning and then went right into the end. And you covered all of the points.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because stepping couldn't mean completion if it wasn't connected in the first place.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
I love allowing space to breathe, right? Because I could breathe myself into alignment. It's amazing, right? Ugh. So, with that being said, what else do you have for me?
That was good. I was literally just kind of sitting here, and I was just like, Because I'm visual, so I started seeing stuff.
Yeah, well, that was 30 minutes exactly. And see, that's. I mean, it was 30 minutes exactly at the breathing part. So.